Good afternoon. My name is Will Sarkisian, and I am your student's English teacher here at Sonora High School. This is English for College Prep, so it's senior English, and what we're going to be focusing on a lot is just the world they're about to go into, talking about life, what it all means. Here it is. They have been in high school the last 3 years. Now this is kind of their final lap, and we are going to hopefully get them in a place where they're really skilled and capable of going out and performing well and being successful in whatever place they decide to go. What I want to do this morning is walk you through a series of things that are going to go on in this classroom. So as I walk through the slides and show you some different screens, hopefully it goes well. Hopefully the technology does what I need it to do. And if you have questions at all, feel free to email me and I will get back to you as soon as I can to help clarify what's going on. Until then, here is a quick rundown of English for CP. Let me get my face out of the way, and here we go. So this is the class itself. If you want to email me, there is the place to email. How about that? I'll click on that. That would be the place to email. All right, there's strike one. Let's see what we can do here on strike two. Now, as far as the communication goes, you can try my phone. I'll be around for it, but definitely email is the best way to go about it. Homework-wise, every Friday, your student's going to get the agenda. They're going to know what's coming every single day of the week, a week ahead of time. So we use Google Classroom. Every one of your students is on Google Classroom. That's the initial URL to get there. Our page looks something like this. I'll take you to an actual page here right now. This is first periods for CP. The third period and fifth period are my other senior English classes, and the page is the same. Once in a while, I might type them a personal email or a personal note for that particular class period in case something important needs to be said just to that group. But for the most part, my communication will be pretty universal throughout. A couple of things I did today. I posted the turnitin.com information. I'll explain what that is here in a moment. But the students all have an essay they're working on right now. Here is, for example, what we worked on today in class. This is what's going to be due Tuesday morning before the start of class. And then if you scroll down a little further, this is what we do each morning. I'll post them a little note first thing in the morning to show, hey, here's the link for the class period, here's the Zoom meeting, and then we'll explain, what time we're going to be there, obviously. First period meets at 8:05, second period obviously at 9:10, third at 10. I believe fourth period is at 10:50, and then we have 12:10 and 1 o'clock. So they know the schedule should be pretty clearly broken down. Next thing is this. Every Friday, I will post this. This is our agenda for the week. So the student can click on week 5. It looks something like this. And what's going to pop up on the screen for them is literally a link showing them what is going on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of the week. Now, Monday, working on first drafts. That should be done this evening and submitted on turnitin.com prior to the start of class on Tuesday. We're going to spend the class period editing those drafts, working on grammar and syntax and style and analysis for their Death of a Salesman pieces. Wednesday, they're going to be on their own, completing their second drafts. Now, they need to have that turned in by 3 p.m. on Wednesday to get credit for that school day. We'll edit again on Thursday, and then hopefully, if all goes well, we will submit their final drafts on Friday, and we'll conclude that process, have a little discussion, and move on from there. Now, in addition to that, why I do the weekly agendas like this is so everybody knows what's coming. Obviously, when we're in school normally, there are a lot of things that are going on, a lot of moving targets. People have sports, people have work, people have just events that are going on. We're a little different in this situation. Most people are at home, they're kind of locked in. They might be working, they might still have some club soccer stuff going on down in the valley if things are opened up, but a lot of stuff is kind of in flux. So hopefully they're getting all their work done. There should be no reason why they don't have time to take care of all the stuff that they need to. But if anything is concerning you, please let us know. Now, turnitin.com looks like this. This is the homepage for turnitin.com. This is where all of our big ticket assignments will be placed. Students will have their own login information, and they know how to get on that page. And what it is, it's a nice housing place for all assignments. There is originality checks, make sure that people's work is their own. There's a grammar check on there. There's some syntax stuff to help them with some of those grammar questions, but all that stuff is there. And when we look back at our classroom, like I said, I posted it again today to let them know if they needed their login code, that's at the top of the screen for them to do. In addition to that, when we talk through the page itself, I want to be clear on what we're doing on a daily basis. Now, typically what we would do if we were in class is we do a lot of writing, a lot of journaling, a lot of things that would help a student with their own thought process, just kind of dialing into their creativity. The more they write, the better they think, the better they think, the better they talk, the better they talk, the better they write. And it just works in that pattern all the time. I believe in it, it works, and I've seen the growth happen with a lot of students. I love having these kids back. I had a lot of them as juniors, and it's fun to watch them grow. It's fun to watch them think and begin to translate a lot of their thoughts into really clear and concrete ideas. So it's just fun to be a part of that process. We're just finishing our very first analysis essay right here, or starting it, going to finish it this week with Death of a Salesman. The more they can be analytical, the more they can look at a subject and critically analyze why something is the way it is a big deal. Hopefully you guys got a chance to talk about Death of a Salesman with your son or daughter. It's a story about a man named Willie Loman who is pursuing the American dream. Problem is, he gets lost in the status search. He wants to be wealthy, wants to be liked, wants to have all of this stuff going right for him, but he loses sight of what's important. He doesn't nurture his wife. He doesn't feed into his kids. He doesn't protect his home. As a result, it kind of falls apart in pursuit of these dreams that he thinks he's supposed to have. And it's a really sad, cautionary tale, really, about this failed pursuit of the American dream. And what a lot of the kids ask about is, well, why didn't he just go home? Why didn't he just make it right? Why didn't he just, you know, reconcile with his wife and with his kids and with his boss and do something good? And that's the story. I love talking about a fictional character here, right? Willie Loman doesn't exist. He's not a man who actually is on the planet, but that type of storyline is on our planet. We do talk about people like this in our own lives. And so it helps these young men and women to talk about life and talk about, you know, what do they want out of this thing? Here it is. They're about to graduate high school in a few short months, and then they're going to go. Some are going to go to college. Some are going to go right into the workforce, some into the military. Some are going to travel for a little while. But it comes down to this line of, hey, what do they want their life to be? And what's really cool and really unique is they all have a really, really solid grasp of the things that are valuable. These young men and women have some really, really strong principles. And you can tell that family is important to them. You can tell that loyalty is important to them. You can tell that hard work and determination is important to them. That a lot of the things that they know they need to be pursuing are things that have value, that they can really hang their hat on. And that's pretty cool. In addition to that, we're going to talk about creativity stuff. We're going to write a lot of stories, some scripts, get these kids working just with the overall process of the way they're thinking. In addition to that, here's kind of the grading scale, pretty standard. Again, these students are at home. They should have a lot of time to get things done. But I also understand that there are other things competing for their energies. There's Instagram, there's Snapchat, there's Netflix, there's Hulu, there's Amazon Prime, there's Disney Plus, there's everything under the sun that they could do that might be more, let's call it interesting or entertaining than what we're doing here. But they need to be doing what we're doing here. That stuff can wait. I told the student on Friday, I said, look, if you guys want to binge watch a Netflix show, that's fine, but your essay better be done first. That's got to be taken care of and dialed in. So I don't round grades. If a student has an 89.999, that's a B. If a student has a 59.66341, that's an F. A student should never be down here. A student should never be down here. There's a lot of reasons why somebody will fall in these three categories, but I want to work with your student. I'm around all day. I've got classes obviously scheduled, but then from 1:40 to 3 o'clock, I am here. And I have some students that log in for office hours and will log in and ask questions, but I'm around all the time. So please let me know how I can help. Again, feel free to email me and I can get back to you very, very quickly. There's a lot of things I want to talk to you about, a lot of things I'd love to share with you and kind of interact with you on, but that's our time. So thank you for watching. Email if you have any questions at all. Again, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to working with your son and daughter this year. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.